Hi everybody, and welcome to Get Your X Back Complete Guide Part 2. In this guide we're going to talk about letting the dust settle. It's not about your ex, it's about you. Stop everything you're doing, let go of expectations and study the book. The key to your success, quick review and conclusion. So let's start. Letting the dust settle. In step 1, you learned about the universal human need that holds all relationships together and the relationship essential nutrients which keep love alive, and you began to analyze what went wrong in your relationship to begin with. In order for the lessons learned to sink in, step 2 consists of further getting control of your emotions, exercising and developing some discipline, and understanding why the best plan of action at this time is to take no action at all. That is, in regard to your ex, except for one suggestion I'm going to give you at the end, you're going to take no action towards or involving your ex. Maybe you were hoping that at this point you'd be standing at your ex's door with a present and a bottle of wine in your hands, but I'm sorry, it's not time for that just yet. You've got some more work to do. It's not about your ex. This step of the program is where you come to fully understand the central key to getting your ex back. Once you understand the fundamental laws of attraction outlined in step 1, you realize that the key to rekindling a relationship lies only in your own healing, self-improvement, and self-empowerment. Until now, your focus has probably been largely on the outer world, thinking about your ex, wondering what he or she is doing, going over the past events again and again in your head till your head's ready to explode, thinking about things he or she has said or done, feeling abused and victimized, and so on. All the while trying to figure out what you need to do, what words you need to say, or imagining some great romantic scene where suddenly all the words seem to come out right and you pull off some great romantic antic worthy of the movies, and then bang, sparks are flying and lips meet and the music swells. Well, it's all about you. That could happen, but it's not likely. Let me ask you, did those kinds of movie scenes happen in your relationship that often before? And why would they suddenly happen now? Let's stick to reality. The problem is that these are just fantasies looking for an easy way out rather than looking at the problem square in the face. And at this point, the problem and its answer don't lie anywhere else but within yourself. Now you might not really want to hear this, but in fact, you are probably your own greatest enemy when it comes to achieving what you want. I told you I wasn't going to BS you and tell you what you want to hear. I'm going to shoot straight with you. I know you're probably swearing at me even as I speak. But the truth is, your inner turmoil and emotions are still no doubt whispering or more like yelling in your ear, and you're still having your own ideas and urges to go out and do all sorts of things. Your self-esteem is no doubt still not in very good shape, and you may also be finding yourself angry, sad, depressed, regretful, guilty, and so on. All of these emotions are what is blocking your way, not your ex or anything else outside of you. So stop everything you're doing. This is why you simply have to stop everything, cool off, and regroup yourself before you try anything. You are just in no shape to be making any moves yet. At this stage, it's all about what not to do. Don't call, text, email, write letters, write poems, follow, drive by your ex's apartment or house or through his or her neighborhood or past his or her workplace. Show up unannounced, hang around places your ex goes, talk behind your ex's back to family and friends, start partying excessively, date someone to make your ex jealous, etc. And don't sit around the house moping and sad and looking at pictures and videos of the two of you together, or watching endless hours of television, playing video games, excessively eating, or whatever your way of reacting is. You need to simply stop everything you're doing and get a grip on all of your habitual actions and reactions, and honestly observe yourself and how you are coping with this situation. Seriously, how are you doing? Now it's time to let go of expectations and study my book. Remember that you got my method for a very good reason. You don't really know what you're doing at this moment, and you wanted guidance. And this is why at this stage you have to fully accept that fact. Let go of your expectations of the way you should think this thing should be going, and suspend your judgments about what I'm telling you. Then commit yourself to studying the entire book, doing the exercises I give you, and using the workbooks and self-tests where I recommend you use them. Don't jump ahead. Don't skip exercises or activities, and try to apply the method piecemeal where you feel like it. Remember, your feelings are a mess and can't entirely be trusted at this point. Besides, I'm the doctor, you're not. Also consider the fact that your ex is probably in no better shape, so everyone's emotions are running high right now, and that the situation is ripe for merely falling into the same bad patterns all over again. It's a touchy and maybe even volatile situation, and anything you do now out of raw emotion or desperation is likely to backfire on you big time and make the situation worse. So the key to your success comes next. Listen to me. You simply cannot make direct contact with your ex until you've calmed down and gotten yourself together and given him or her time to do the same. But here's the great part about that. Getting yourself together is ultimately the key to your success. This is because my method is based on the natural laws of human relationship and attraction I discussed at length in Chapter 1. Your goal is not to try and change your ex's mind with forced smooth lines and manipulative tactics that have short-lived effect, but to make yourself attractive to your ex again. Remember, at one time you were attractive, but then that attraction changed because something was missing. That something is no doubt those relationship essential nutrients we learned about in Chapter 1. But you can't provide those essential nutrients to a relationship until you first provide them for yourself. That's why the next step is about how to give yourself personal essential nutrients that you need and how to raise your personal net worth. It is through this self-empowerment that you have